All right, America time. Here we are. We just had, or I just noticed, it may have been there for a while, this option to secure the Oregon Trail. Yeah, let's do that. Meanwhile, uh, during the hiatus, I was building out more maize farms in the south and the west, and we are still needing. I, 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 I have enough corn and wheat to meet current demand, or rather the demand I had before I started building them. But because after I built them, they could ship more out, we gotta make more. We're on a treadmill here. We need something very important here called improved fertilizers, and that is going to be the next tech I research after all these. We are going to have more fertilizer, which means the folks down in Louisiana are going to be real happy to get some sulfur there. Well, I'm not building anything at present. I am enjoying a bit of that hiatus magic there. We have 16.1 million out of 21.4, so that's 5.3 million. Yeah, we're good there. And Hawaii wants a defensive pact. Um, sure. We're going to annex them anyway. Yeah, we'll be fine. And yes, so we need to make more grain and tools, and we wouldn't hurt to grow some more cotton and get some more fabric. Is this is this the same video here we've done before? But let's review that modular concept there, and let's go with the tools. Let's see where the best place to build tools will be. I go to industry, go to tooling workshops, sort by earnings. Oops, the other way. Quebec is, but they don't have a big population. New York started to get some, but Ohio, they got a big population. We can drop some tools there, and I know I've got a lot of construction there, and Pennsylvania has got some peasantry again. All right, okay, so maybe we could split it between New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Now, we've already got universities in each of these. So let's say we're going to build, if I look at New York, it takes about here, 1, 2, 3, okay, about 3,000 people per level. Let's build 2 in New York. 1, 2. Let's build 2 in Pennsylvania. 1, whoops, 2. And where'd Ohio go? There we go. So that's 4. I like to build, uh, let's build another 4 in Ohio. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. You notice how they become less profitable because we're meeting our current market demand that way. So that's what we'll have with that. We're at minus 6.57. We've built up a good amount here we have 2.43K in the investment pool. Ooh, we need a banking system so we can get our investment pool fixed up. Ouch. Oh my gosh. We need a banking system because that's the mod I play with, you know. That or we raise taxes. Either way. Oh, Millard Fillmore is the new president. Hurrah. I hope well, he wasn't a fuddy-duddy, so we were able to get the Oregon thing, and they said that's supposed to run within a year. And we've got canneries unlocked. We've got Millard Fillmore is a bit of a demagogue. I'm wondering if that's the one, or is it the bigoted? Bigoted! That reduces the influence, but bumps up authority. Okay, so what do we need to stop doing here? Are there any treaties we should cancel? Improve relations with France, Russia, or Prussia. We don't have to have the best relations with Prussia. How are we doing with that? Let's look at the ongoing diplomatic actions. Russia, we're still working on. Prussia, they're really not in our face right now. We'll stop improving relations there. Okay. And Australia is colonizing some stuff and things. It's going to be a while to build those tooling workshops. So what do you say we hang on and we'll get back once we have an event, or we're working on the next building splurge? No event yet, but now I see a new entry here. We got fertilizer is something I'm short on. I take that as a great sign. We're using it, and we're going to be making more fertilizer once we actually discover that. Where are we going to make the most fertilizer? Let's take a look at potentials. And wow, we can make a lot everywhere, huh? Well, maybe it's because we also need more sulfur somewhere. But let's nevertheless, we'll look at our industry, fertilizer plants, sorted by earnings, and it's Louisiana that wants them. And remember, the people didn't want to work on the rice farms there; they wanted to work on the other things. That's got the biggest earning potential there. Uh, Pennsylvania has also got some capability there, and we know we can make a lot there. We've got some more peasantry. Uh, they're attracting more people, so let's go with each fertilizer plant takes up 3, 4, 5,000 people. So we can build 2 in Pennsylvania, and that'll get us 1, 2. And then Louisiana, let's build 3 there. 1, 2, 3. All right, now they're falling off the charts because that's going to be more fertilizer than we need right now. But in a few years, when we discover this fertilizer stuff, or improved fertilizer, we're going to need more plants and we'll boom out with that. And then with that fertilizer, we'll make our existing farms more profitable, grow more grain, and then, finally have enough. Because you need well-fed, drunken lumberjacks. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Okay, where's that event we're supposed to get within 365 days? There it is, the Horse Creek Treaty. Right on time. Okay, we've got a treaty, grants us right to build roads and forts, guarantees safety of pioneers. We pay an annuity and recognize the territorial boundaries of the Indians. We could either say we get 3 provinces in Kansas, 12 in Nebraska, 14 in Wyoming. Basically, we get an Oregon Trail that we'll start building out there. And we'll get truces between the various Indian tribes that we build on there. Or we get the same land and we increase tension. Yeah, that's the default one for a reason, because that's kind of how the U.S. went. Get the treaty with the Native Americans, and then break the treaty. And this would be the thing that would drive me up the walls when I read these treaties. They say that they will last for as long as the grass shall grow and the water shall flow and the tide shall roll. All these things saying like, yeah, as long as the moon is a moon, this treaty will be valid. No. The more assurances they gave, the quicker it got broken, pretty much. So that's what we're going to do here. And we got a little one of these little things here. There we go. Now we can see it. We got these areas. Let's build out our colonies along the way, get to Wyoming. And we have decrease autonomy of Texas. Well, of course we will, except that'll make Liberia kind of mad. But, we're working on Liberia. If they try to rebel, we'll conquer them, because that's what we do. Yeah, Liberia is wanting independence, and I'm saying no. Oh, Haiti wants. Anyway, but let's bring another country into the power block while we're here. Chile. Yay, Chile. How you doing, buddy? Let's get the Chileans in. And we've completed the Oregon border dispute. What? Okay, hold on here. First of all, let's get Chile in. Hold on there. First, let's get Chile. And because they're here, we will stop guaranteeing their independence. We'll use those points elsewhere. Like maybe to really harangue Liberia and tell them, come on, guys. Well, we are bankrolling them and we are funding lobbies. Not much else we can do. Can't damage relations. Anyway, let's minimize that. Let's get our Oregon Treaty here. They've agreed to our reasonable terms and have ceded control of Washington, Oregon, and Columbia and Idaho to the U.S. of A. A most amicable agreement. We will now draw that line across the top. They lose their claim, we get our claim. They lose their claim, we get our claim. So all this is now settled here. We have drawn the lines. Let's put in our colonies now into Montana and California, and this is going to lead to a clash with the Mexican nation, I'm sure. And now we've got a lot of guys to choose from. Do not want any planters. They're still rebellious. Don't like. Thank you, 5 Commander Mod. You made it easier for me. And let's call this one here the Oregon Regiment, because that's what it is. It's only 2 battalions. And it's out in the Oregon country. 4 state. I've already got red, white, and blue. So I guess they'll be teal? is that Oregon enough for you? I don't know. But that's what we shall have as we build our fertilizer plants. Okay. Now, we've still got 2 possible actions here. Encourage Western settlement or suppress continentalism. And I say we encourage Western settlement. So, encourage, guys. This will last for... Yeah, we'll use some bureaucracy, drop the strength of the planter class, which we're hoping will be broken soon because we got the house divided thing. Still a few more years on that. But yeah, let's do that. And we need to look at also having a war with Mexico. We're overdue for that. It's time. And here's Haiti asking to increase autonomy, and here's me ignoring it. And here's, oh no. Okay, first of all, a depression. This is going to help us enact laws faster. The landowners, which are at 9%, are wanting to start a revolution. They'll do it without Mississippi, though. Ay, ay, ay. There's, okay, South Carolina and Georgia and Alabama will go. There's a chance for North Carolina, Tennessee, and Virginia. They might go. And if these guys lose power, they ain't gonna go. So, all right. I'll manage this. If we have a civil war, I'll let you know. Until then, I'll just let this thing run until we're ready to have a war with Mexico. So, if you don't see a revolution, if you don't see a civil war, we'll go in and take out a chunk of Mexico's north. When you're in American politics and you're the president, you are personally responsible for every depression your country goes through. We're going to blame it all on him. That will reduce our authority overall, but not as bad as if we actually, didn't blame it all on one guy. Yes, and we had the revolution I was talking about, it went away, and now it's come back, and this time it's South Carolina, Alabama. Risky for Georgia. These guys they're on their way out. Yeah. Anyway, I got some tidying up to do here with my authority. I'm building some more universities, letting that go. I'm getting involved in a little Guatemalan squabble so I can make them my puppet. Well, protectorate. Puppet comes later. And I've got this squabble here enacting slave trade. The planter class has got 5% of the population support. And at best, they get Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee. Probably not all 3, though. Rather than try to hold it off and just dragging it on, why don't we just let them go? And this is actually historical. In the 1830s and 1840s, the policy was just if we're going to keep the Union together, keep it together. Let the slave owners have what they want. And if they challenge us to duels, this is the Northerners going, just step away and say no, because we don't do that up here. But then, as slavery became more and more onerous, and in order to maintain the slave population, the slave states were demanding harsher and harsher fugitive slave laws. The states in the North are going, this is ridiculous. That we can't have this. This is not what we signed up for. And the South was going, well, it's not what we signed up for. We'll leave. And then right around in the 1850s is when Northerners began to say things like, well, if you go, it won't be good. And then it went from if you go to when you go to I hope you do leave, because it just became so much more contentious between the two factions. It finally by 1860, the Northerners were ready to just be done with it, have this, hash it out, fight it through, and settle it once and for all. And that's what I'm about ready to do here. Now, what can I do to provoke it? Well, I could just click through the things every time it goes around the circle, or I can take a direct path and propose a law that they will hate. And let's get one that has a lobby behind it, too, like cultural exclusion or property to women. Cultural exclusion has got a higher group of approval. Let's see who is against it. Ooh, okay. Petite bourgeoisie, planter class, yeoman farmers, and independent workers. All right. Well, that's a lot of people upset about that one. What about the propertied women? That one is hated on by evangelicals, planters, and independent workers. If we're going to make everybody mad, well, let's not make everybody mad. Let's just make... We'll come back to cultural exclusion. Let's make them mad enough about the propertied women and propose that law. And yeah, give them a -10 hit. They'll just lose their mind. Now, it may cause a few more states to go up in an uproar here. And nope, it don't. Okay, when you have a hammer, let's use the tools we have to solve the problems we have. It'll either go up or down, and it went up. Good. Let's do this. We're going to deal with the Guatemalan peasant revolt right now. Ironically, we haven't even gotten the troops to the front lines yet. We got one that's going around the Tierra del Fuego. This is going to get us to think we need to have a Panama Canal here if we want to connect our nation better. We could have a railroad, that's fine, but sea traffic is going to be important, and that's one reason why the Panama Canal was cooked up, was to unify the East Coast with the West Coast via sea route. And the other was, if we do have a big war, the U.S. thought, if we have one Navy and a Panama Canal, then we can go from one ocean to the other, and we don't have to have a big two-ocean fleet. Central location, that looks good. Okay, the evangelicals are against it. We could make them mad and get more success, or let them be happy and we have... let's make them mad and get better success. I'll do that. I really want these guys to break away. And New Granada wants to grant us those rights. Okay, we shall do that. We shall absolutely do that, because we'd like you to be in our group so we can build the Panama Canal. Hint, hint. Okay, sailors stay ashore. Detain the men. Keep the incident contained to Maine. And, boy. Anyway, it looks like our troops have gotten home to... Ooh, France wants a mutual investment right. Okay, sure. Our investors will be happy to spend money in your country, France. That'll be cool. And then once this is over... Oh no, a bank panic. Nah! Once this business is over, if we can break out of the dang slave problem there, and there we are, the Guatemalans are now our protectorate and in the market. I think they were already in our market, but yeah, now even more so. Bolivia might be showing up soon. Street side standoff. Order a withdrawal, or let them talk it out. Good. It went up. Awesome. Okay, who are we to counteract the voice of the people? Well, in this case, there's not that many people. We're tired of hearing them. Just checking the other guys out. Yeah, we might do some okay there. Political imprisonment. Oh, yeah, let's get more enactment success chance. So that way we can work on another bill that'll make them mad. Good gosh. How are we doing in Dominica? We need to push something along there. We cannot afford to make martyrs of women. Haha, 75%. This is outstanding. Yes, this is going to be great. We will make them mad. And we now have fertilizers. Cool. Let's go with trade unions. Boosted up there. We've got our fertilizer. And now the next thing we need to do that'll make things work out better is if we just use reinforced concrete. That'll make our construction that much more efficient. And we'll go with that. Now for our food. We are still 1,000 wheats that we owe ourselves. If we go to fertilizer, on wheat farm we make 60 more wheats. Doing that. On rice farms, going to fertilizers, we'll make 174 more wheats, because that's the symbol they use. We're doing that. On the maize farms, our corn will make 1,020 more. That's it. Now you got it. Get those corns going. And if they're not profitable, we'll do a corn subsidy 100 years too early. Or, but we got to convert our fertilizer plants to improved fertilizer now, because we're going to need some more of that fertilizer. We're still short by 563. Let's build some of those. We've got the Alabama's about to secede. Otherwise, I'd build there. I would have built there. We need 563 more fertilizers. Each one of these gives us another 100. Let's build in Ohio because they're not about to secede. There's 2. There's 3. Where'd they go? Not Alabama, guys. You're about to secede. You don't get anything. And 4 and 1 more in Ohio gives us 5. There we go. We will build there. And by the way, do we need any more? Because administration is what I'm looking at. Yes, we do. So let's go ahead and drop another Pennsylvania, Ohio, New York, and Tennessee's about to secede. Oh, no, now it's Alabama's not going to secede. It's just South Carolina. Oh, okay. Well, I wish you told me that earlier, Alabama. At any rate, we'll drop one there in Tennessee as well, so that way we get this deficit taken care of. Okay. And we're going to vote on propertied women. Stick it to you there, revolutionaries. All right. Well, that's a nice thing there. If I get a revolution, I'll let you know. Oh, yeah, we got something here. The Ostend Circular, or the Ostend Manifesto. They'd like to lay the case for acquiring Cuba, and we'd like to purchase it, but take it by force if necessary. This will make some neighborly countries a bit upset with us. I mean, Abbas and Sierra Leone and Morocco, Modena, I don't care about. Portugal, I really don't care about. Italy, Oh, wait, Italy's formed? Good job, Italy. But, yeah, United Kingdom, well, our relation with the UK will build back up again. We got the trade deal. Ha, ha, ha. Let's try it. And maybe they will sell it to us. You know, we could buy us some Cuba. That would be awesome. Well, still nothing happening. We'll come back with, well, excuse me. Nothing happening. We only got propertied women. Oh, yeah, and I clicked on one event in here that made the revolution go down by 10%. I'm disappointed with myself. Still, we got that done. What next? I guess we're going to have to go to the next movement we have is cultural exclusion. This one is going to make the petite bourgeoisie upset, but I don't care. Let them be upset. Let's have some nicer laws. Let's not segregate. Let's just segregation light. America has this history of racial segregation. It goes back to the 1690s when indentured servants from Ireland, which were essentially they're slaves for a period of time, were working again alongside lifetime slaves from Africa. And it wasn't just Ireland. It was all through England and its areas. They would have people who were in poverty or whatever. They'd sell themselves into slavery for 7 years. And if they lived out, then they could be free and go wherever they will after that, and get a little stipend. Thing was, most slaves, including indentured servants, would last maybe 5 years or less on a plantation. It got really bad. It was basically, they were lied to, and I know the landowners wanted to say, but you signed an agreement. You signed it. That's the law. Because they're bending it to their advantage. So these groups would be working side by side to decide, let's escape together. And they would. And they would go off into the hills. And because of their cooperation to divide and rule, legislatures starting in Virginia and then through other southern states with slavery and indentured servants began to pass laws that forbade people from Africa to have communication or to be married to or anything with people from Europe. Essentially doing it, calling, blacks and whites cannot mingle together. Now, it didn't stop slave owners from going with their slaves and raping them. That was still allowed, but a free association in matrimony was not allowed. And in fact, it wasn't overturned until 1968 in it was the case of Loving versus Virginia. Ironically, the slogan is Virginia is for lovers, but it took a Supreme Court case to overturn a Virginia statute that did not allow lovers to, love. Imagine a world where love is a crime. Oh, you mean Virginia in the 19th century? Yeah, I can imagine that. No, it's a future dystopia. Future dystopia? Look at the one we just came out of. Oh, please. Or the one we want to make for ourselves. Oh. Anyhow, where was? Oh, yeah. But ever since then, there have been laws passed in America to persecute people who are not, basically, if you weren't a rich, white, male, and you're straight, you're going to have some problems in the USA. And if you could be rich, white, and male, and if you could just hide whether or not you were gay, then okay, it's fine. You look the part. And also Protestant, because they didn't like Catholics or Jews or Mormons or any of those other groups. Not for us, they would say. Anyhow, but I digress. We're going to go with culture exclusion because even though there are those really strict laws, as they've been rolled back, American attitudes toward race still have not yet gotten to where everyone sees everyone else as an equal. And, that's just the thing we got to work with. Anyway, I have really digressed. Let's go through all this. Can I start a war with Mexico? I can. Well, why don't we do that and just never mind about this whole thing here? Although we really should finish building our fertilizer plants. How much more do we got? Oh, it's the fertilizer plants and then the universities. Okay, why is Ohio in turmoil? Wow, that looks bad. We've got some We have got some problems here. Yeah, we do. And these are the guys wanting to preserve racial segregation. Let me know when that's a revolution. People's wealth will fix things up, and we're going to pass the law. I don't know. They're just not starting a fight. Okay. Well, they're saying this is going to take 12 months. I don't think so, because that's, I may, with all the universities we have lined up. Once we get the fertilizer plants built, we might put it on hiatus and then do our war with Mexico, because that's important to do. And we're trying to get out of this dang depression, so we'll help pay for the bread lines. And we're voting for cultural exclusion. So, yeah, we're becoming less racist. That's a good thing. I like that. This depression takes forever. Wait, that's Manifest Destiny. This depression takes forever. And we can't do stimulus spending or anything like that because we don't have that. This is a long depression, like the long depression from years ago. Yay, we now have cultural exclusion. And we're going to be happily not having sharp segregation. And now the rebellion is switched over to Alabama instead of South Carolina. And now they want us to enact guaranteed liberties and free unions and have no colonial affairs. Well, you can go away. Guaranteed liberties, that sounds nice. Free unions sounds even nicer, but not right now. We've got this going on. I just need to have this rebellion, this war with Mexico taken care of. Spain hasn't called back, so I don't know what. We may have to raise taxes a bit more. Yeah, that'll be rough there. Let's first suspend our build. Oh gosh, this is eek. And then we still have the low thing here because we're having these other events happening that or giving us malices. I think we're okay on the fertilizer. Okay, well then let's pause. And now we're up in the green again. Yay! Okay. It's time to demand Mexico for our wants and purposes. We can make one more area that we can declare an interest in. I think we're interested in Manchuria, whatever. Yeah, we'll go there. Okay. This should go quickly here. We have return state of Mexican Colorado. We're going to do that to start this off. They will not accept. Perfect. The only people that are going to get involved are us and Mexico. That's it. This is perfect. We're going to confirm that. Pause, unpause. And now we go to, yeah, see, all the Haiti's on our side already. No countries to sway. This is beautiful. We're going to first take all our return state goals. All right, California. This is going to give us only one country, Mexico. That's it. Because we got Oregon, so I guess Britain took their interest out of there. Super. Next war goal. Let's conquer some states here. If we went after Arizona, 2 countries, Mexico and Columbia District. Perfect. We'll take that one. Next one we want is New Mexico. We'll take that one. Next one is going to be no one's in Utah. Okay, so Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado. What else is there? Ah, yes, Mexican Texas. This will get 6 countries mad, and that includes the UK and France, but we'll improve our relation. It'll be fine. It's fine. We'll do that. Do we add any more war goals? If we make Mexico a protectorate, this will damage our relationship significantly with the United Kingdom and some Central American nations. But Mexico will be our protectorate, and that'll keep the French out. Because you know they want it later on. You know the French want it. And if we took this, made them our protectorate, we'll work through it over time. Just before we do that, let's let this run for about a day or 3. Okay. What is our relationship with England right now? Still friendly at 95. Oh, we could damage it terribly. So yeah, let's form a defensive pact. That'll give us leverage over each other and stuff. It'll make the pro-British group really happy. So let's do that. We'll confirm there, and Britain will sign off on it. Okay. And now let's go back to this little war we have here with Mexico. Add the war goal of make a protectorate. Clomp. And now we're going to add these to our primary goals just because I want to make sure that happens. For the protectorate, that's another 11 infamy, and I'll go over 50. I don't need that right now. That's a headache I don't need to have. All right. So we'll get our Oregon regiment mobilized and sent to the Colorado front. Our Western regiment will mobilize and be sent to the Colorado front. Our Army of Observation will mobilize and deploy to Texas. And the Grand Army of the Republic will mobilize and move to Texas. Meanwhile, our Navy shall be on commerce raiding duty, and we'll raid them in... not naval invasion. Not yet, at least. We'll do it over here, and our Southern Navy will commerce raid down here in the southern node, and hope... I don't know if Mexico's got many. Can't do anything about the Pacific traffic, but oh well. Okay. We'll just let this one roll. And, war goals are added. Oh, they want Texas and American Colorado back. Okay, that's fine. As it is, we are doing okay. Everything mobilized, and we're still in the green. they should focus on their studies. And the Anti-Prussian Society wants us to invest in Denmark. Um, oh, not really in our interests. I mean, we're working on America here, and okay, they're embargoing us. That's cool. Meanwhile, in Argentina, if possible, we can make them a protectorate by helping them out. We have a new mandate. I could go to external trade 3, or if I go to external trade 3, that'll give us the trade routes without interest. Don't really need that right now. We can come back to that. We're going to add a principal. We've already got I should say we already have foreign investment 3. That gives us the investment rights in any block member with a lower rank. So that means, and actually that means so we're here with the great power. Our major powers can invest in all the minor powers. The minor powers can go to all the insignificants. Sorry, they get invested in. But yeah, this is actually a good deal. All right, but yeah, we're going to add a principal, and we need freedom of movement, because once we get up here, our arts academy, our increased exchange, and they'll draw more people in, and we can start dropping them everywhere. We're going to get some people to come to the USA, and that'll help us grow our economy by growing our population. Okay, and now down here, they won't let us become a subject, so yeah, we'll just let that go. And boiler explosion will stoke the labor tensions there. The Iron Confederacy is not our problem right now. Oh boy. Okay. So let's just unpin that. Y'all have fun over there. Gunboat diplomacy. They get the gunboat. That'd be more prestige from Army and Navy power projection. Cool. I'll take that. And small versus big business, we need something that gives us, we need more confidence in our market. We currently have 0.3, we could go to 0.5, and that'll help us get out of this dang depression, because we're only at 47.6, and we need to get to 100 on the ticker, and then our economy will really recover. Ha ha ha. Yes. Oh, why are we at -6 here? Because they're at 57. Ooh, yikey. Okay, we can get up to 90 here. So let's call up our our guys here. New York. Whoops, what happened? No. Here, let's go back here. All right, we got them, and we'll get out of Arkansas too. All right, that's 80, and we have 23. So that's 103. We'll need to promote one of these guys. Meade, Lee, or Grant. I'm going to tell you right now, of those 3, my favorite is actually Meade. He never wrote his own memoirs, and he was very conservative. Yeah, there it is, cautious. So we'll preserve our casualties. Grant kind of went headlong, and Lee, I mean, they tell good stories about him, but Meade beat Lee at Gettysburg. Meade beat Lee at Gettysburg. So, yeah, I'll go with him. In fact, I'll promote him twice. He'll be my lieutenant general, my 3-star general there. And he will lead the Grand Army of the Republic on to victory. Oh, yeah, after we raise the conscripts. Ha! Important. Remember that. It's important. Okay, and hopefully that'll get us our edge there. Yeah, okay, it's getting better. It's getting better. Super. And meanwhile, this other revolution here is now... Alabama, for sure. It may have to be something that times out when this House divided thing finishes off. Because we have to have, is not causing or brewing a revolution. And we don't yet have 10 years there, so. Ay. We are sinking those convoys. Wow. Is it, Gulf of Mexico and Western Caribbean. Okay. That'll cripple their trade, allow us to go forward, and what? Oh no, they moved forces there. Aye. Let's get these guys. They can get up to 71. They're about to get some more here. U.S. would actually rely on volunteers quite a lot during their wars. And it became a problem in the Civil War where they didn't have enough people volunteering to actually fill all the slots they had in the army. So they had to introduce a draft. Well, after the Civil War was over, they got rid of that. They said, okay, that's a bad thing. And it was okay during the small things that the U.S. was involved in during the Spanish-American War and such. Oh, the planter class wants, no, they get nothing. They get nothing. And they lose strength, which may actually cause them to drop off the chart here. I would hope. Oh, man, I would hope. And anti-Prussian, they want a rivalry with Prussia. Okay, we'll do a rivalry with Prussia. Prussia. Let's go over here. Prussia, declare rivalry, lobby demand met. There we go. We get more diplomacy points, which will help get rid of our 42.1. Oh, wow. Ooh, yee, ooh. Yow. Well, let's let them be more radical and we'll make the petty bourgeoisie happier. And we got the lobby demand done. We got more conscripts showing up here. How many does Mexico have right now? 19. Well, but they raised 63 battalions. Ah, there's the difference. We just have our volunteer army. Okay, well, I guess we'll just, here I am at a long time here. We'll implement the emergency measure, and they hate us. We've been going on for a while here. I'm going to cap it right now, and we'll see you in the next episode. We'll finish off this war here. Or I'll pick it up when we are done with it.